What the flock? MOTU Origins Mossman has been discovered in the wild, plus we run down what we might see from the MOTU line at SDCC 2023 right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. Michael, what the flock is going on?
I don't know, but we got some really amazing news that broke really late last night. So I'm so excited about this. So excited.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. That was exciting. A special thanks and shout out to the Baroness of Toys for giving me a heads up that Dan Latham posted some photos of 2 packages he found of Mossman sitting on a Walmart shelf. I was beside myself.
I know, it's funny. I was watching a movie last night, and so I didn't really have my phone, and I just randomly looked at it, and I saw you texted me, and you're like, Mossman in store. It's like, wow.
And this time I wasn't kidding.
I know, right? Yeah, we've played some jokes on each other, so it's like
Yes, we have.
The boy or girl that cried wolf.
Yep. Yeah, that many a time did we have a little like greener flocked greenery that we said, look, we got Mossman. But this time it was true. And Dan posted some really awesome photos. He has some in-hand images. He was nice enough to take some pictures. And Dan also sent us the barcode for Mossman to help us find him in store. He's not showing up yet in the system, right? But we have a beat on him.
Yeah, I actually went around to a few Walmarts this morning, and the employees were actually able to scan it up and see if there was any in my local stores, but it actually came up in my system and it was listed as out of stock. So I fell short, but we always have problems getting stuff on the West Coast. It just takes so long.
Yeah, I know. I checked my local store as well, and there were no stores in my area that had it in stock either. And since Dan posted last night, we had another collector find 4 packages of Mossman up on the top of a shelf as well, which was really incredible. So he's starting to show up, and I can't wait to get my hands on him. But I think it's going to be tough. So Nick Balestri, I can't pronounce his last name, and we'll take a look at some photos, was lucky enough to find Mossman also at his local Walmart in, I think, Madison, Wisconsin. So the first one showed up in Illinois and the other one in Wisconsin. So it looks like he's hanging out in the Midwest right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's like, it's funny. It's like it skips the East Coast and skips the West Coast and then lands in Middle America, right?
I know, right? That's where Mossy's most comfortable right now, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Hiding in the foliage.
Yes, he is. So we have a bunch of people in the chat. Why don't we go ahead and say hi to everyone out there?
Good luck with that. There's almost 100 people on.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I'll just do what I can, and then everybody else will get a big hello. But let's say hi, Frankie Pryor, one of our crew members, is in the house. We got Honor U83, Bash Studios is here, Damian Ristori, My Buddies Customs, another one of our crew members, Mr. Home Arcade, Frankie Rivera. Happy birthday, Frankie. It is Frankie's birthday, and one of our awesome crew members, Joel Coleman, another one of our great crew members, is in the house. Robert Alessandrini, another one of our crew members, is here. Clint Jorgensen, yet another one of our crew members. Vernon Barnes, another one of our crew members. Wow. Baroness of Toys, thank you for the heads up on Mossman last night. Another one of our wonderful crew members and an inside source supporter of the Toy Habits crew backstage, right? Cora is in the house speaking. Moisley is here. Allison Troy is also in the house, another one of our wonderful crew members. Nolan's here. Skyfall's here. Silver K is in the house. So smack that like button. We're going to have fun because Silver K is here. RGB is in the house. Dan the Man, JJ, another one of our crew members, and welcome to the crew, Dan, is in the house. Jace Traber is here. I already said hi to Damien. Neil Hill's in the house. Rob 2023. Iron Blood 666. I'm only going to do a couple more. Rich Blooms is here. Payne's Toy Samples, another one of our crew members. Nuno Biz. Danny Vale, another one of our crew members is here. And I'm going to give a big hello to Daniel Huron, one of our crew members. Thanks for the super chat. And I'm going to read this for you. Just saw the bestest John Williams concert ever. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was
John
in DC
oh wow,
for the concert.
See, that's
So
awesome.
cool.
Neil Hill Hunter is here. Masterverse and Toy Hunter, Jeremy Cole, and many more. Thank you for everyone being here. If I didn't get to your name, I apologize. I think we got most people, but I know there's a lot more out there. Thanks for supporting us.
Yes.
We're gonna have a very busy week, Michael.
We are. It's like the whole month of July is insane. And it's like we even did a couple impromptu live streams last week. And I mean, it was nutty with the Super 7 reveals and the G.I. Joe Classify series preview figures. Like, I'm glad that we did a couple midweek streams just to get them out of the way so we could focus on everybody's favorite property, MOTU.
MOTU, exactly. And SDCC is coming up next week. We know there's going to be some hot MOTU news coming up. So we have a lot to cover. And stay tuned. Tomorrow night, we're going to have actually a really special live stream to count down the end of the Operation Dragonfly HasLab with Mega J Retro, Ken from Toy Connections, and Brick Something. We're actually doing a simulcast broadcast on all of our channels together, which is, I don't know if that's a YouTube first to have four channels all broadcasting in one big party. So we're going to have a blast. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can catch us on any of those 4 channels. And we're all going to be hanging out together, counting down Operation Dragonfly.
That's awesome. So cool. All right. We wanted to introduce our latest member who just joined in the last couple minutes. Danny Phillips, welcome to the crew. Very nice and very appreciative of you. And thank you so much for the support.
Welcome, Danny. That's awesome.
So cool. All right. And I guess since we are talking about the crew, let's say hello to them. And the crew is representing big time on the stream tonight. So thank you so much, everyone, for the support. And if you want to join like Danny just did, just go to our YouTube channel on the desktop and click join, and you'll see a few options there for you. So thank you, everyone, for the support. But all right, so let's get into this. So tell me what was going on in your head when you saw this yesterday, because I didn't see this until you texted me or DM'd me.
Okay, so you know the emoji of like the head exploding? That was basically me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. I was shocked. Couldn't believe that there was an actual Mossman package on a Walmart shelf. And then my second thought was major FOMO setting in because none of my Walmart stores get anything. And my third thought was, dear God, it actually is a Walmart exclusive. I know we always said it was, but this like cemented it. So I had like a feeling of dread, but really excited to see him at the same time. How about you, Michael?
I was stunned because this totally caught me off guard, because I was like, yeah, I mean, I've been kind of just like losing hope with just trying to find any indication like when he's coming out or where the figure might show up online. And then bam, it just hit me over the head yesterday. And I was like, oh my God.
I know, you've been searching for weeks, like every single night, like going online, looking in the system. It's like the moment you turn your back, you go to relax and watch a movie, Michael, you let your guard down for a minute and look at that. He shows up.
That's awesome. And the man-child has one being shipped overseas. So I'm sure we are going to be getting a fantastic review from the man-child. What is up, my friend? That's awesome.
Hello, Mr. Manchild. Happy to have you here, and that's so exciting. Flunking Walmart. That's exactly what I thought when I saw him. Dan, you have it right on the nose. I think that the flocking jokes are going to be very long and wide until we get one.
Oh, totally. Don't worry. Walmart will have Mossman up for pre-cancel anytime now.
That is
Love it.
so true. Oh man. Well, let's dive into it. So Dan was nice enough to send you the barcode last night, right?
Yeah, he was. And so yeah, so we have the barcode and it's on the website and you can use it to scan it on the Walmart app or just take it to your store and ask an
hmm
employee.
hmm You can even type in the barcode number on the
Yes.
app as well if you don't want to scan it. That'll work either way. But we can see Dan's image with the two Mossman on the shelf, and then it was the other collector, Nick, who found four Mossman sitting on the top shelf. Now, Michael, we had an inside source that was telling us Mossman was coming near the end of the month. He was going to cost $39.97, and he was either going to be a case pack of 2 or 4 per
Hmm.
box. Now, unfortunately, because there's 4 on the top shelf, we don't know if they unpacked two cases or if
Right.
this was just one case.
Yeah, I feel like it could be 4 because they
Mm-hmm.
could just, sandwich 4 together and that would be a
Mm-hmm.
decent sized box. I think it would be
Yeah.
probably not a good use of like storage space in the shipping containers to ship just 2 of them to a store.
Absolutely. And I can see them, doubling them up so that the backer card sits, one upside down or whatever, so they can fit. It's basically like two side by side in a longer box. Um, this is amazing. I'm shocked that he's popping up. I hope and pray that Mattel is going to make sure that Walmart does a good job with distribution, but I highly doubt that. I mean, there's probably like Duplico was showing us sporadically at people's Walmarts. He still hasn't been widely found. It's been many months. And God knows if there's like a warehouse full of Duplico sitting out somewhere and laughing at all of us. And I hope that's not going to be the case with Moss.
Well, the inside source that I talked to the other day, you know who you are, and I think you're actually on the stream. So if you are, just drop something in the chat. I won't call you out, but I want to see if you're here. But he was saying that the employee that he talked to also has a Duplico for him. So they're in
Oh, that's
stores. The distribution has just been horrible.
Yeah, I know. I've checked quite a large range, I guess, within like 30-mile radius, I guess, of my house, of the Walmarts in my area, and a lot of them have old stock sitting on the shelf from like last year, and every time I go in there, it's the same figures just peg warming, and they're not changing out the stock.
Yeah.
None of the Walmarts even got the new Turtles figures that are showing up all over the place. And see, photographs of all that, and the shippers are on the shelves. So it just tells me that unfortunately, my Walmart stores are not good at refreshing their toy inventory, and that's kind of scary for us out here, at least in the
Yeah.
LA area.
Yeah, in Northern California, it's the same up here. There's maybe one Walmart that keeps a bunch of stock of things. I actually went this morning to that one, and it's about
Mm.
40 minutes away. And they had a
Well,
bunch of Rotons, and they had actually like a pig man
mm-hmm.
figure and stuff like that. So I think there's select
Okay.
stores that just get stuff and select stores that
Yeah.
just don't.
Oh, totally. And I can tell which ones they are. And then some Walmart stores just don't carry certain figure lines like at all. And they
Yeah,
never have, and they probably won't.
no.
So they're kind of odd. It's very different than what Target does. Target is much more evenly distributed amongst their stores. I think they do a much better job at getting out new stock of items. And it's unfortunate that a figure like Mossman that is so elusive to all of us, so sought after, so wanted and loved by fans, unfortunately has to go to Walmart. And we have yet to see if he's going to be available online. And then, God forbid, you get him and he arrives in the shape of a taco. So
Yeah. I don't
it's not
know.
the best store to give a collector's item to, like a
No,
collector's
it's
edition.
not. Like people who collect GI Joe classified series, those retro back cards are like, yeah, they're everybody's crying right now.
I know, and I thought Mattel was listening to the fans, and like I don't want to you know uh put anybody down whatsoever, but I thought that they were more intelligent than that to with their distribution, with what they've been doing. I think they've been doing a good job, but
Yeah.
giving a collector's edition, beautiful package like this to Walmart as an exclusive, I just don't think that was like the best move. I mean, really, they should have kept him as like a Mattel Creations figure, and that's it. Especially with the price point he's at.
Oh, totally. I love Jace Traber's comment. Come on, Paul Mart, bring Mossy home. I'm telling you, I think we were talking about this yesterday. If Paul Mart puts this up, it's going to go in seconds, but we're going to buy it no matter what price because you know that it's going to be in good condition.
Yeah. I can't say much. I have an inside beat, and right now it's not looking too good.
Okay.
On that end. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Frankie, worst distribution ever. I mean, like, and also the toy aisles are always a disaster. They're like, there's nothing,
Oh my
nothing
God.
is straight. Everything is strewn about. There's things everywhere. So you have to take extra special time to look for stuff because nothing is
Yeah.
organized either.
It's a mess. Like, you know, Mossman was sitting up on the top of a shelf that Nick posted there. It's not in the right spot. You know, they're very late in updating planograms. So, and most of my stores, like I said, haven't changed their stock since last year. So
Dan's comment. They just
they don't
flocking
fucking
care.
care. These flocking jokes are gonna keep coming. Like I love it though. That's great. I think it helps release some of our stress on not being able to get Mossman.
Danny Phillips, another crew member, needs Duplico and Digitino. DM me, Danny, and I might have a Digitino. I can't. I have to look in my doubles that I have, but if I do, I'll set one aside for you.
Oh, that's great. That's so nice of you, Michael.
Just helping everybody out. So what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all one big community.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really sad that we're all big fans of this product, and the ultimate goal for Mattel is to turn a profit, right? Yes, they're trying to do things that the fans like, but the bottom line is there's executives running a company and they want to make money. So the fact that they make the distribution and purchasing product that people want so badly so difficult
Yeah.
is beyond me, right? Because they can
Totally.
sell way more of these if they just make it readily available.
Danny Phillips said thank you, Michael, and Dan says he's a flocking sweetheart.
Aw, that's so cute.
Thanks,
I
y'all.
love
All
it.
right, let's take a look at Mossman. Some of the in-hand
Yeah,
images looks freaking spectacular.
I absolutely love how Mossman looks. I don't have my vintage one with me right now. I actually left it in the other room, but this new Mossman, the flocking on him looks so nice and like fluffy and bright green. It looks great, and you can
Yeah,
tell also that they did a wonderful job at hiding his joints, the
yeah,
articulation joint. You don't see like on the MOTU Classics version, remember there was like all these shaved off areas at his like shoulder and his wrist and everything where they were trying to avoid the joints. On this version, they did an excellent job at hiding them, and he looks wonderful. What do you think
he
of him,
looks
Michael?
great. Yeah, I love the figure. I was and actually the head sculpt and the flocking on the head came out really well. Like they didn't
Yeah,
flock the whole face, which would probably hide it, but I like that you can
yeah.
also see some of the muscle definition coming through with the flocking
Hmm.
too.
Oh, I know. They did a spectacular job. I really love that. And how are you going to display yours? Are you going to do armor on or armor off?
I am actually going to throw this armor on a Beastman because, this is a
Nice.
nod to the weapons pack, that yellow armor that came in the vintage line. And yeah, like Mossman, like he looks cool with that armor, but I think he really
Yeah.
belongs on Beastman.
I totally agree with you. I love seeing all the green flocking and the definition on his chest and abs because it looks really wonderful. He has that gentle face to him, even though it's like Mossman or
Yeah.
Beastman's sculpt. He still looks pretty gentle. And he looks so furry. And what I'm wondering is, does he smell like pine? I mean, we should,
Smells
you
like
know,
fire.
maybe if you can reach out to Dan and ask him.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe people have asked him already, and it's funny because Dan was so nice. He had sent the
Yeah.
barcode over to us last night, and then he got so many questions or so many people asking. It's like, do
I
you have the
saw.
barcode? Do you have the barcode? It's funny. People want
Yeah,
to
he
find this
finally.
one all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean we want to do everything we can to help all of you guys out there find Mossman. because I know how badly, the toy community like is clamoring to get him. So as soon as we dig him up, we're gonna be the first ones to let you know. And yeah, we'll definitely keep trying to find his Walmart listing and get that up to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, I love how he came out.
Yeah, he came out really, really nice. Dan is, it's too bad I will not able will not be able to flock and find him. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's funny. I don't usually it's you can find figures online before you can find them in store. And so we're having the reverse happen here for like the first time in
Mhm.
forever. And so I'm wondering,
Yep.
like, is he ever going to go up on the website, or he's just going to be an in-store exclusive? That's another question in my mind.
You know, Walmart has been known to do things in store only because they want to drive traffic inside their stores. They want to make you go in there hunting for something. And if you're hunting for Mossman, you're going to be like, oh, I need to pick up, some toilet paper or some laundry soap or, some produce while I'm here. And they want
Yeah.
you to go shopping in their store. And that's the reason they have an exclusive. And they might, who knows, they might just hold them for ransom, I guess. Just have them in store only, right?
That's
Oh
awesome.
man.
Want to say thank you so much, Jeff W, for the $5 super chat. He says, one more MOTU. I can't help but believe this will end up like the Flock Panther collector edition Walmart exclusive, peg warming and on clearance. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a possibility if they've made too much, but I don't know. I would think that a figure versus a creature would probably be more in demand.
Yeah, I totally agree, especially with this one where it is a collector's package that doesn't take up a ton of room. And people will buy multiples of them.
Yes.
Where, the Panther, you probably buy one and the box is so big you wouldn't want to buy extras. So I think he's
Yeah.
gonna go pretty fast. And thank you
Yeah.
for the super chat, Jeff.
Yes. Thank you so much. I love Neil's comment. He smells like sticky kids' hands. That is not.
That's
I don't have a good picture in
yeah.
my mind of what that smells like.
Not at all. And Giraffe says, no, they done flocked up on the second head. Yeah, the second head is not flocked, and it's unfortunate that it's not because I think it would have looked a lot better had they flocked it. And with a whopping $39 price tag, I think they could have afforded to flock the second head. Don't
Right.
you?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks kind of weird, with an unflocked head if you want to use the alternate one with the rest of them being flocked. I'm not going to display it with that head, but that's just me. It's too fierce looking for Moss, man. Mossy's like a
Yeah.
very gentle soul.
I know. He was only in a few MOTU Filmation cartoons in the 80s, and it's
Mhm.
so funny that like everybody's drawn to this character.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he didn't show up very often, but I think a lot of us have a lot of warm feelings, like nostalgic feelings for him in terms of the vintage figure because he was so unique, because he smelled like pine, because he was flocked. Um that's really actually thinking back at it as a kid, besides obviously, your He-Man and Skeletor main figures, Mossman was one of the figures that really stood out in my memory in terms of vintage Motu. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, this is going to be a really well loved figure, and I hope to God that he's going to be easily available for everybody.
I hope so too. And it's funny because I had it in my mind that this figure would be going up for pre-order for Walmart
Mhm.
Collector Con. I mean, it still could, given that he's showing up in the stores, and maybe they were just waiting for a big event to drop him, or he might go up
Mhm.
for pre-order during SDCC. So who
It,
knows?
it could
But
be.
if he's available in the store, like it's I know it's going to be a nightmare for folks to find him, and just to be running
Oh,
around
yeah.
like a chicken with your head cut off to all these Walmarts.
I'm flocking getting FOMO already, Michael, thinking about it. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, Mattel Creations did have Duplico in their Mattel Creations shop available when they dropped some other product launches. And so, and that was also Walmart exclusive, and Duplico was showing up in stores.
Yeah.
So you never know. Maybe Mattel Creations will have a little inventory of them if, cross our fingers and see. Could
Rob,
happen.
good friend of the channel. I'm waiting on the toy sorceress to mispronounce flocked. Oops.
You're fucking kidding me, Rob.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna try not to.
I love this. Allison, moms loved him because he kept kids smelling, flocking amazing. It's like, yeah, it's like usually like kids' rooms smell like swamp ass, but you know, we can have swamp ass mixed with pine.
Oh my god, it's too funny. I remember, my vintage Mossman ran out of its pine scent, and I sprayed it with some of the the room, like pine room mist set. I actually took some of the plastic bag, sprayed the bag, and then sealed up Mossman in it to kind of refresh his pine scent, and it actually worked because it just kind of permeated on him because I wanted
Yes.
the pine scent back.
Oh yeah. It's like, baby, come back.
Exactly.
Dwight, hey, Dwight, what's up, my friend? He was a longtime viewer of the channel, and nice that you are viewing right now. So you had the Baroness of Toys made a good point about this in one of the
Mhm.
comments yesterday, just
Yes, she
around.
did.
So on Onaru 83, seriously thinking this one for $40 is a lot. So break it down.
Yeah. So the Baroness of Toys made a really good point that the Mattel Creations figures that go up that are on the collector's card with like the trifold, that you can reseal in the package, those are $30. And Mattel Creations charges you $6 shipping. So that's $36, $30 plus tax plus $6 shipping. So you're at least $36, 39 with tax all in. That's almost $40 for one of those Mattel Creations exclusives. And Mossman here is flocked. He's in a beautiful collector's box. Granted, it's not like a trifold one, but you could still reseal him if you wanted to put him back on that plastic tray. So if you compare the two things, I think it's a reasonable price to ask for him, given that he's an exclusive figure. And I guess flocking's probably a really expensive process now. So if you think about it like that, and we're all willing to pay the $30 plus, shipping, etc.,
Yeah.
for Mattel Creations exclusive, I'm trying to make everybody feel better.
I know,
Baroness
right?
made a good.
Yeah. I mean, it's if $40 is sticker shock, but when you actually think about buying Mattel Creations figures, yeah, it's definitely uh, eases the blow a little bit. Henry
Yeah.
G, so sorry to hear Mattel Creations
Oh
canceled my
no.
Duplico after sending me a shipping notice. When I finally called, they told me they didn't know what happened and they got a refund. Oh, that sucks.
Oh
Um,
no, I'm so sorry. It's probably sitting in a warehouse somewhere next to my Mega Eternia playset or Mega Eternia building set because that's lost too. I got a shipping notice that just never showed up.
oh no. Oh,
Yeah, it was
geez.
like almost 2 months ago. Actually, it's been 2 months.
Let's see, Rob 2023. In my toying experience, he might be easier to find due to him being his own SKU and not sharing with an assortment. That is also a very good point, Rob.
Yeah, that is a good point
Unicron's,
because he'll be shipped in the box together by himself.
yeah, Unicron's left nut, still my favorite. YouTube ID, I'm not feeling better. It's too much to me. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a lot for it's basically like double what an Origins figure should cost, or a
yeah.
little bit more.
Especially if you want to buy two of them,
Yeah.
open one up, keep one closed. I mean, that's $80 right there. It's a lot of money. I know.
Yes.
Hold on, I have to share this comment that Frankie just did. That's flocked up Mattel. Frankie, you're hilarious. And again, very happiest of birthdays to you.
All right, Jace is hitting up Walmart on the way from home from work tomorrow and hoping that it's Flacco clock time for Mossman. That's awesome.
Let's hope so. And Joe Coleman brings up a really great point. Joe is a wonderful crew member of ours. We have a great time on the Discord, and of course, yes, Duplico is going to be going up on the 18th and 19th. That is Tuesday and Wednesday this coming week as part of Walmart Collector Con. So if you haven't gotten a Duplico yet, jump on that. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, I mean he basically shares the same banner as all of the preview figures that went up for
Mm-hmm.
Walmart Collector Con preview, I think on the 12th. So they didn't actually put them up for preview, but he has that banner. The banner only goes away when a scalper or another seller puts it at like some ridiculous price, and then once that sells out, the banner comes back. So it's very likely
Exactly.
that he'll go up for sale.
Absolutely. And Dan the Man, JJ, witches, Frankie, a happy flocking B-day. It's not getting old. I'm still going to be using these flocking jokes for a while.
I know, right? Well,
Well,
awesome.
besides Mossman news, I don't know if we have anything else to say about Mossy, but and then we have a couple more images if you want to just scroll through them real quick. But we do have SDCC coming up next week. It's going to be extremely exciting,
Yeah.
and we're going to dive into our predictions and wish lists.
Yeah, so yeah, SDCC is right around the corner, and yeah, it's an exciting time because I remember that leaked image of Eternia popped up on preview, like I don't know, a few hours before preview night,
Mm-hmm.
and just the whole display. They had a bunch of Masterverse figures, the Netflix CGI figures, and Origins figures. So we're assuming big things Mattel's got
Mm-hmm.
in store for us for Comic-Con. So one big
Absolutely.
thing that would be amazing to see would be this freaking
Mm-hmm.
Eternia playset or Eternos.
Eterno's Palace. That would be incredible. So you got to think last year, they put up Eternia. It was incredible. The display was mind blowing. Had to be the star of all of SDCC last year. And I don't know if anything could ever top it, but an Eterno's Palace playset can sure get damn close.
Oh, totally. I mean, could you imagine like the scene that they could make here, the kind
Oh
of
my God.
reminiscent of that Eternia scene that they had last year, but all of the
Yeah.
snake troopers and all of the
Hmm.
Eternian palace guards and just
Hmm.
everybody just clashing at Eterno's
Oh, I
palace.
know. I know, all of them clashing, and then we have a place to park the Wind Raider, to park the Road Ripper. I think there's a little garage space for it, right in there. We've got all these vehicles, and we need somewhere to put them because Castle Grayskull is now overflowing with stuff that's connected to it. There
Yeah.
ain't no more space on it, right?
Oh no.
Especially, it's like
No.
we got the Talon Fighter, you got like the little like laser gun, you got like all the stuff you're popping up on top of your Castle Grayskull. Now we need some more space. Another
Totally.
property.
Yeah, totally. Cora says, "Yes, please give us Eternos Palace." And I don't know. I love the thought of the Eternos Palace. I just don't like the thought that I just don't have any room for all these big play sets anymore.
Oh my god, I know. And I actually just before the stream was doing some discombobulating. If you can see, it's a little empty behind me right now. I'm moving my desk into the our second bedroom and going to be setting up a space to go stream there, which is great because now I opened up a nice big spot and a room right here. I'm going to put a table on it for some upcoming playsets. So you don't have to hear me complain. At least where am I going to put Eternia because it's probably going to sit back here.
You have a spot.
Yep.
Nuno Biz, any chance we could get a simultaneous She-Ra release for a year? I mean, that's definitely possible because we are coming up
Mhm.
on what
40th
anniversary of She-Ra?
anniversary.
The 40th?
Yes, we are. I can't
So
believe it.
anything,
1985, right?
yep, anything is
That's close.
possible. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Danny Phillips wants the Fright Zone and the Slime Pit. I think you're
Yeah.
right. Like I think a bunch of stuff might come before Eternos, or they're
Hmm.
gonna use it like they were doing like the Rulers of the Sun figures or some of those
Yeah.
2000X spin-offs where they want to fund future projects, and so they might release
Mhm.
something. They might release a surprise. Who knows?
They might. It's the thing is, it's like it's been teased quite a little bit recently in a few of the packages. So it begs the question: why are we seeing it so much and now so prominently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Pop Actor? If Eternos is going to cost me like the Eternia set, $1,500, forget it. Yes, and I think Pop
Yeah.
Actor is up in Canada, and man,
Uh,
they get the shaft from Mattel up in Canada. Sorry, y'all.
Wow. Was Eternia really that much? I thought it was around 550. I know there's an exchange rate and a tax for everybody up in Canada. I'm sorry about that. That really bites. But was it that much more for Eternia? I thought it was
I
probably
think it,
around maybe
yeah,
700 or
I
something
don't know
like
if it was 1500. He might have been just
that.
throwing out a number,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Exaggerating a
it
little
was
bit,
a
but
lot. But
it
yeah,
was a lot. Absolutely
yes.
was a lot. But yeah, I can see Eternos being very, very pricey. Yeah, and the other thing that we have wind of is, as you just showed up on the screen, Filmation figures.
Yeah. So there was some leaks going around that we're also getting Filmation MOTU Origins
Mhm,
figures, and I just wanted to plug Mega Custom X. These are actually his customs, and his user
mhm.
ID on Instagram is BUJBU. He is insanely talented, so just a reminder that we could see some Filmation figures go up for SDCC, maybe in their booth display.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we've already got the Filmation He-Man, although he looks like he was eating something sour. So hopefully they redo his face because he got that little pucker on his lips.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be really cool to get Skeletor, Beastman, and another Man at Arms in the Filmation style.
Oh geez, pop actor, man. So 1500 taxes, import currency, and shipping. That's insane. Oh my
It
gosh.
really was that much? Oh my
Good
god!
Lord.
I'm sorry. That bites.
That totally bites. But
Wow.
yeah, I mean there are so many cool like deep cut characters in Filmation that we like to see.
Hmm.
Cora brings this up, Count Marzo and King Mira and Queen Marlena, of course.
Hmm.
So there's so much that they could do like with a
Yeah.
Filmation line, and it would actually build out the world of Motu a lot more because there were so many characters that showed up in just like one or two episodes throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so you can make like 40 or 50 characters just from those.
I mean, I think it's brilliant of Mattel to introduce the Filmation characters into the line because this is yet another like subline they could use to prolong the life of the toy line.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, so Filmation could be coming. We also got a look at the still from Mattel's future animation video that they're making, which features an Origins
Mhm.
Fangor and Lady Slither, which are Mattel Creations exclusives. So, hopefully we'll
Yeah.
see those on display as well.
Yeah, I think we absolutely will. We already know they're coming. We already got confirmation on these figures from Mattel, and these definitely should be part of the announcements for SDCC.
Yes, and it's really interesting in the mini comic and in the art that they show for Fangor, they're actually
Mhm.
treating him like an army builder. So it's like it's
Huh.
not basically the Fangor is just one character who's the mechanic for
Mhm.
Skeletor. He's a whole army of really
They're just
insanely
doing that because they
freaky
want to
looking
sell more
figures.
Fangors, I guess.
Right? Yeah,
Maybe he
it's
had
like
a really high MOQ, and they're like, "We gotta sell a ton of these."
it's like yeah, they shouldn't put a limit on it if they're making it a
Mhm.
an exclusive, but hopefully they'll put a limit of 5 or 6 because I'm sure people
Yeah,
want to army build this guy.
yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, speaking moistly, Eternia was 1,200. Oh, wow, Canadian dollars. That's insane. That's
Flocking Canadian dollars, yeah.
that's
You bet.
that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oy.
That's crazy.
It's a lot. But two figures that I'm really looking forward to are Terror and Lord Grasp. So those have been teased on a couple card arts each and some box art. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, these are going to be some really cool figures. We've seen them multiple times. I think these are, pretty much a given that they are going to come to the line. Are they going to be part of SDCC? We'll see, but definitely they are definitely coming. Giraffe says trying to pull a frogmonger on us. Army build it.
Yeah, right.
Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, they tried
Yeah.
to do that with that figure, right?
Yeah, they did. I mean, to me, he's like just Frogmonger, like one guy. But people have been very creative in how they kind of made variations of him and army built them. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
and like these figures are just a mashup of characters that have already
Yep.
been produced. So it should be
Mhm.
pretty easy. I mean, they probably
Yeah.
made these figures because they would have to they'd have to have the machines all running and making all these parts anyway from when they made Clawful
Mhm.
and Squeeze and
Yeah.
Whiplash and Trapjaw
Yeah,
and Mosquitor.
exactly. I mean, they've got all of the tooling for it, so it's just a matter of putting all those parts together and repainting them.
Yes, Danny wants Terror. Yeah, I want Terror too. I think he is. I think he's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna look really cool.
Yes, totally. Some more figures to build out the Snake Men, and so we can't forget about Too Bad. Now, I think is Too Bad like holding the lead with the most teases before we're actually getting the figure?
I think so. Well, no, I want to take that back, but I think Mossman had the lead before. Now we got him, so then Too Bad was probably
Oh,
second in
got
place.
it. Yeah,
So he's got to be an imminent, right?
I hope so. I
Absolutely.
hope we see this figure on display because like he's
Hmm.
basically some of the last holdouts of Skeletor's henchmen.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a really important mainline character that we don't have yet. Him and another one that you got coming up, which is Cyclone, are two of the main, mainline figures that we haven't yet seen. But it makes sense because
Yeah.
they want to extend the line. They want to use some deep cut characters and kind of mix up the waves and prolong when people are waiting for those mainline figures. So but I think Too Bad's going to come soon.
Yeah, it's funny, like before people were saying like where the heck is Mossman? Mossman showing up. Now the energy is turning to where the heck is Cyclone? So
Cyclone.
Jace, where's
I know.
Cyclone? Robert, Cyclone.
Yep, exactly. He's been teased like 4 times. He
Yep.
has. Um, he needs to come. I mean, Too Bad was on the Snake Mountain package most recently, and we don't have him yet, so he's definitely got to come. And Cyclone is one that I'm absolutely looking forward to, and I hope that they maintain his action feature of his spinning waist because
Oh yeah.
that's kind of critical to the character's play value, right?
Oh totally. Yeah. I think here maybe we'll just I forget where he is in
Might as
here, but
well might as well jump to him. You guys close your eyes because we'll go back to the
yeah,
other
there
ones.
we go.
We'll
So
skip back.
this is not an Origins leak or anything. It's actually a custom and it's made by my
Mhm.
good buddy Butch on YouTube. He is called The Last Nerd
Nice.
Standing, and the action feature actually works. And he kind of it's funny how he made this. So there's a little video here that I can play, and yeah, it just kind of shows him turning the figure around. And
Wow.
I'm gonna put a hard line in the sand and say that they're gonna have to make Cyclone with this action feature, or else what the
Mhm.
point is? Like, what's the point of the figure?
It's like, what the flock are they doing?
Yeah,
Just kidding.
exactly.
Yeah, there is no point, and I think they absolutely can do it. I think Cyclone can be a deluxe figure, just like they maintained, Thunder Punch He-Man, Dragon Blaster Skeletor, all of these deluxe figures. Hordak, with his saw blade or whatever. They were able to do it on the deluxe figures. I think they can absolutely do a spinning waist on Cyclone. I don't think there's a problem.
Totally. Allison says, "Too bad Cyclone Strobo." Ooh, that's a good one. Terror and Lord Grasp in
Mhm.
2000X Tila, or is my guess for reveals. That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
those all make sense.
Those do. All right, let me see
Yeah.
if I can back up to where we were. And okay. All right. So mini comic Prince Adam was also, oops, excuse me, was also teased on some card art. So
Hmm.
yeah, we could see him. I mean, he was a 2019 exclusive set that he was packed with He-Man, so we could see him, kind of more in the line of what that Prince Adam looked like with the
Yeah.
Sky
The
Sled.
one that came in the SDCC 2 pack, which is one of the first figures I got, and I absolutely love his his soft goods vest. I doubt that they'll do a mainline one like that, but it would still be really cool if they did. And a mini comic Prince Adam is definitely one they need for the
Yeah,
mainline that people just don't have. Those
totally.
figures are
Yeah,
still like up in the $300 range, right? For that
they're a
set.
lot. They are really
I
expensive.
paid a lot of money for mine, and that was because I really wanted that vintage head. That was
Mhm.
way before they made a He-Man with the vintage head. So that's how bad I wanted the origin style vintage head in the beginning of the line, and I forked out the money for it. Yeah,
you
I know.
you flock and forked it out.
Mm-hmm. That I did.
Let's see. Oh yeah, King Panther said Michael watch Cyclone appear in Mondo before MOTU comes to Origins. Would love a New Eternia version as well. Yeah, that figure would be awesome in New Eternia.
Yeah, totally.
Especially like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Home Arcade, they need to release another He-Man with the boot and the knife. Yeah, I mean it's a great chance to reuse a mold. I mean it's just a really easy paint scheme for them to do. And I like
it's
the mini
surprising
comic
that
figures too.
they haven't yet, right? And Allison Troy says, I can see it with a plastic vest molded in blue plastic. Yeah, absolutely. Just like they did the V1 Prince Adam, right?
Yeah. Stone Adam, be nice, boot knife, yes. Like that'd be an interesting.
And by the way, I'm gonna interrupt. Dragonfly 700 away from hitting all tiers.
Oh wow,
I think we're gonna get there before tomorrow.
I know. Then it'll just be like how high could it go? Like could it break a record, right?
I know. I was gonna say, I'm like, it would be cool if it didn't quite get there until our fun countdown party, so that we could have something like to celebrate that. Hey, all the tiers got unlocked, but it'll still be fun.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Damien, time we got another Octavia. Yeah, she was cool in Classics. I would love to see her in Origins too. She's a cool Filmation character from the She-Ra cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. Another figure that is definitely possible to be showing up is Extendar.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been teased, I think, 2 times now already. Right? 2 or 3. So again, Extendar I'm thinking would be a deluxe figure. Cyclone and Extendar would be kind of 2 good ones to have in the deluxe slots.
Yeah. I don't know what they could do with Cyclone. Maybe just throw an extra head in there. But are you thinking the tooling would make him a deluxe figure?
For Cyclone?
Yeah.
His action feature?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Got it.
I don't know what extra parts they could give him, but his action feature would make him deluxe.
Oh, yeah, totally. That would be something. Yeah, and I would love Extendar to retain the action features. Like I like the way that the Classics version did it, but you got to kind of stay true to the vintage ones here.
Yeah, and I highly doubt that they'll do it where it like pulls out of the figure. It'll probably just be pieces that connect. Unfortunately, kind of like what they did with Spikor, right? He didn't have a retracting claw.
Right, that's true. That is true. Randall, when are we going to get a Queen Marlena? That's a great question. So we'll hold that one.
Yet to happen. And really cool would be a Queen Marlena and Cringer 2-pack, or as I wanted was a Filmation Prince Adam and Cringer 2-pack.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That'd be awesome. Something else that we could see who was also teased recently on the Squeeze card art is Rio Blast, and you can also see Extendar tease. That's I think his second tease. So Rio Blast, I think, is I don't know. He's a cool looking figure.
Oh, I know. I really like him. I've got him up on the shelf here, and he'd be really cool to bring to the line. And I know he is a fan favorite. So hopefully, now that we see him front and center on this card back art, it might be a given that he's coming to the line.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't think they put any extraneous characters unless they're like obscure creatures that they.
Yeah, and they usually do them kind of in the background. So Real Blast is like right in your face right here.
Yeah. He is front and center getting the squeeze.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny, like sometimes let's see, they need to re-release I think it was Triclops. So yeah, they need to start re-releasing some ones too. So
well, didn't we get a listing for Triclops that was coming out as part of that re-release of previous waves?
I think so. Yeah,
there was a shelf tag too. I think in Walmart.
Yeah. So hopefully, hopefully they will re-release him. That would be awesome.
So Stanley, go ahead and if you go to our website and I don't know if you're able to share the screen, Michael, or not, but all of you folks, if you go to our website and you go to our homepage, just above the Toy Habits logo, there's a little magnifying glass there. And if you click on the magnifying glass, a search queue window pops up. You can search anything in there that we've done articles on before, and it'll pop up. If you search Triclops, you'll easily find, and see there, Michael's showing you right there. There's a little magnifying glass, and if you type in Triclops, you should find the article there that shows where he is coming back to retail. See, reissue popped up right there. That's a really handy tool. I know I use it a lot for when we're writing stuff up and we want to get reference information.
Yeah, it's a new tag because it says 2023 on it. So hopefully, you know, and actually was seeing a lot of planograms around the Walmarts that I was visiting over the weekend. And so I think there is some form of reset coming, but it's really split. Some stores they get 0 MOTU, and some stores get a lot of MOTU.
Exactly. And you know, this falls in line with them. They've been reissuing previous waves. And was Triclops part of wave 4 or wave 5?
I don't remember.
Whichever it is, they're in that sequence. So Triclops would be coming up for a reissue because they are redoing, you know, quite a bit of the previous waves. So
yeah,
keep an eye out.
Yeah, that'd be cool because, like, you know, it would suck to come into this in the middle and you missed out on like half of the waves already.
Woo! Hey, King Panther says, Toy Sorcerers, where can I send you guys an email? I found Mossman here in Chicago Walmart. I got 2 with pics to share. If any of you guys want to send me an email, you can just email me directly at toysorcerers@gmail.com, or we have Toy Habits website at gmail.com as well, or just DM us on Instagram, either at Toy Habits website or Toy Sorcerers, and we can get messages and photos there. So King Panther, you can send it to either.
Awesome. Thank you so much, King Panther, for thinking of us. We are so excited to see your pics.
Yeah, and congratulations on finding Mossman. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like, for the longest time, where's Mossman? Where's Mossman? And it seems like he's coming up in a lot of stores.
Midwest.
It's so cool.
Right? I know. He's in the Midwest.
Maybe he fell off the plane or something. Like FedEx just dumped it and airdropped it to the Walmarts.
Yeah, totally. Oh man, yeah. I think the Walmarts on the West Coast just have not gotten any new MOTU stock in so long.
I know. Yeah. So, all right. Rock On was also teased on the Spike-Core card art, and oh heck, even there's Extendar again. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But, well, actually, then that's the third time because we had him in he was turned to stone. Yeah. On one of them.
Yeah, so I think you can't have Rock On without his buddy Stondar. So hopefully we see these pair in the display at Comic-Con. That would be neat. Although they don't really share any parts, I think, except for the weapon, because they're all different sculpts. So
different sculpts, but I hope that he's like transformable. I want to say that in air quotes.
Oh yeah, he's got
to be. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. He doesn't need to be modular.
I know. It also, like, would it be weird to have one of the a Stondar Rock On with articulation as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really necessary. The whole point of the figure is that he turns into a rock. Yeah. You know, like what they did with the Classics one with like the clip-on stuff.
Yeah.
That was so unnecessary. Yeah, me neither.
Was not a fan.
And I doubt that they'll do that because Origins is much more truer to keeping to the vintage figures. So
yeah, that is true. Some of the deep cuts have been teased. So if we recall back on the CamoCon card art, we did get a tease of Reptilax, and if they're going to be making Terror and Lord Grasp, they have to make some other villains that we saw in this card art too.
Oh, totally. And you know, this is harkening back to you know, the Snake Man, the Powers of Grayskull, kind of going back to kind of that bridging point in the line, and I think this is a perfect figure to do that with.
Oh, totally. Totally. Yeah, I would love to see some of Axel's work that's held over from the classics line see the
Mhm.
light of day. And this
Yeah,
figure is just kooky. Like I have a
I know.
3D render that I found. Some,
That's
you can
so
actually
cool.
just like 3D print this thing, but
I like his
hopefully
little
they
like
make them in
tail that's
plastic.
like
I know. That's so cool.
spinning around. That's really neat.
It's coming out of his booty.
Exactly. Yeah, he would look incredible. So let's hope we get him. I
Yes,
am
and
just so excited for next week.
I know I am too. I am too.
Yeah.
It can't come soon enough.
Mm-mm.
And this one actually threw me when it first came out because I was like, "Oh, they have another photo of King Hiss on here." But no,
Yeah.
if you look closely, it's actually Stretch Neck, which is another
Uh-huh.
Axel Jimenez uh,
Hmm.
sketch from MOTU Classics. So I would love to see him on display.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he looks incredible. And the one they have drawn there, he doesn't have any chest armor. He's got like is that the tongue lasher chest, I guess, um, with the logo on it, or is it Rattler? I'm getting the two confused. The one
Um,
that's just got the snake logo on it.
yeah, I don't know if
Because
anyone
these are
had.
reused of parts except for his head, right? And then he's got probably Rattler's tail, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll make him, from various parts and stuff like
Hmm.
that. But maybe he'll have like Squeeze's bendy arms for his neck, and you can
Exactly,
manipulate
exactly.
him like
So
that.
he's a mashup of parts, but you know the head sculpt will be new, and then he'll probably have a bending connection to it. And I wonder how they're gonna do that. If they're gonna attach the head as a separate piece
Ooh,
to the bendy part of his neck. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see when we get Squeeze also because he's got
yeah,
hands appendages at the end of him too. So it'll be interesting to see the construction of that.
yeah, that'd be very cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, very very neat to see this figure. And then I think somebody was also. Oh, let's see. Allison always keeps us honest with the parts
Yeah,
reuse. Whiplash, whiplash waist, legs, and arms. Rattler chest,
Rattler
Rattler neck,
chest.
new head, and new tail.
Mm,
So
yeah, it was Rattler.
yeah.
I remember it was one of the two. I couldn't see him from my shelf right there, so
Yeah.
to confirm.
Yes. And then we also got a tease of the 2000X Queen Marlena. And it's so funny, like
Mhm.
when we see these things really small, I was like, oh, that's Tila in the background. But no, if you look closer, it's Queen Marlena. And actually
Absolutely.
Danny
Hmm.
Phillips was the one who sent this particular image to us. So
That's
really,
really that's really cool. I know, you know, they are trying to build out that 2000X line, and this would be a really cool figure to have. Although, in my mind, I would like to get the regular Queen Marlena first before we get a 2000X
yeah.
variant of her. But you know, that's yet to be seen.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I would think this Queen Marlena, it's very different from the Queen Marlena that they might make as a regular
Totally,
standard release. So yeah, they could be
totally
two
different.
totally
Yeah.
different figures. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. But you know, I guess we have both King Randor, so he needs his wife in either case.
Yes. Randy needs his wife.
Randy is getting lonely.
All right. Yeah, and I think we've covered Cyclone, and also like it would be neat to see like Battle Bones as well. So he's been teased
Oh
a
yeah.
couple times, once on Fisto, and I think Dragon Blaster Skeletor's card art, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, this would be a really cool one, and just a wonderful, you know, nod to to something that was so popular in the vintage line. Could you imagine having, you know, Battle Bones with all of your new Origins figures just as a
oh, that'd be
nice
fun.
carrying piece? I know.
Little troop transport.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And I can see using that to like go do our photo shoots or whatever when I
Yeah,
need to go to the light box instead of putting them in a tote. It's a lot more
that's
fun.
funny. Speaking moistly, Randy getting Randy. That's so funny because we say that to each other a lot.
All the time.
Randy is
Randy
getting
is getting Randy.
Randy. Um, thank you so much, Rob. Come on, guys, over 200 watchers, but very few likes. Take them. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. If you just take a split
Thank you,
second
Rob.
to smash that like button, it tells folks out there that tells YouTube that you like our content, and it serves it up for more people. So thank you so
That
much,
would
Rob.
be that would be awesome. And Pop the Actor says, Monkey and Randor needs some action. I told you, Randy is getting lonely.
That's
Oh
funny.
my god, Giraffe, you're cracking me up. She won the talent fighter in the
Jeez.
divorce. Randy got left with no wheels.
Oh man. Well,
Oh
maybe
god.
Randy can drive the Bashosaurus. So, maybe that's been
Yeah.
actually teased a couple times. So I actually forgot
Mhm.
about this one until like yesterday. I was
Yeah.
like, oh right, we could see the
Yeah.
Bashosaurus on display as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that one is a very cool vehicle. I actually have a vintage one, and it still
Nice.
works. It's got a really simplistic mechanism to it, and I think it's a really easy vehicle for them to make. It's nice basic plastic shell and that simple mechanism on it. So I can see them doing that.
Yes, and I think Damien was referring to Battle Bones when he was saying prehistoric bust. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Danny
that's a
Phillips
good
wants
one.
Chef
Prehistoric.
Allen.
Poor Chef Allen.
I know.
Getting old.
He needs to be a Mattel Creations exclusive.
I know, that would be really cool. He needs to come with like a little kitchen set or something.
Yes. All right, so that rounds out our Origins predictions, and so let's
Mhm,
move on to Masterverse. So we all know that we have Masters of the Universe Revolution coming to the
mhm,
Netflix series. There has been Motherboard came into the picture in the last episode of last season,
mhm.
and
Yep.
also the resurrected Orko figure. So
Mhm.
Orko, that could be a slam dunk. It's an easy repaint
Oh, yeah.
of the one that
The
they
one we
already
already
made
have.
for Savage He-Man. But man,
Yeah.
if they made a Motherboard figure, that would be amazing.
I wonder, Orko was packed with the second figure because he's so small. Do you see him being packed with another figure this time around as well? And
Yeah,
if you do, which one?
the most likely candidate would be a like redo or repaint of um shoot, I just spaced on his name. Who is he
Oh, it's
fighting?
okay.
He was
Um,
Scareglow. That's it.
oh yeah, Scareglow. One that's
Yeah,
actually translucent rather than black with a little bit of green glow paint on him.
yeah,
I would love like a more classic looking Scarecrow glow for Masterverse because the one they did is he's cool and all, but he barely glows in the dark. He's just got a little bit of like on his head and arms and stuff, and yeah,
yeah,
that'd be a cool set.
yeah. And it's really interesting because like typically, like when you have a series that goes along with the toy line, the toys actually come
Mhm.
out when the series comes out, and it's so like with the Revelation cartoon and now Revolution, they're really behind in making those figures. So I would expect to
Yeah.
see something from the Revolution line. And we got some
Mhm.
spoilers last time with Skelegod, which was
Yeah.
fine. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, thanks for spoiling the show with a toy. But
Exactly. Oh well, I guess the toy company and the Netflix production team aren't in sync.
yeah, Clint, the Masterverse variants will extend the Mega MOTU brand another 5 years. Yeah, they'll use it to fund other lines too.
Hmm. Totally. And Giraffe says, "New Eternia Scaraglow, no more Revolution subline, please." Giraffe, I absolutely agree with you. I want a classic looking Scaraglow with all the accessories like the classic Swung did with the key to the castle and everything else he came with. I would love that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be cool. And then we also can't forget about the Masterverse Wave 11 leaks.
Hmm.
So re- reportedly, there's a new Eternia Trapjaw, new Eternia Man at Arms, the uh, Tila is the Sorceress, and
Hmm.
Skeletech. So it's the Skeletor that is getting transformed by Motherboard.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are a cool lineup. It's like we already have two Man at Arms. It's funny that they're gonna release yet a third version of him.
Yeah.
But this one will be a new Eternia version, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, and he might look like his Lords of Power variant
Yep.
when, when the
Mhm.
Origins made him, just because they are using
Exactly.
the same art and
Yeah,
stuff
I'm
like
sure he's gonna be really cool, and I'm gonna get
yeah.
him regardless.
Yeah, Nuno Biz kind of over getting there's the variants can be a lot, and sometimes
Mhm.
if you don't collect all the variants and they have so many in each wave, then it's like your wave gets trimmed
I
down
know.
by the number of variants
Yep.
per wave. So it's
Yeah.
we're doing variant math here.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't need that variant. That's like $25 I'm saving in my pocket.
Yeah, I wish I was like that. I
I
I do
need to
that
be
with
now
some
because
lines.
I yeah. When you run out of shelf space, you got to start being picky on stuff. But
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we can't forget about this. There was also a leaked image of
Mhm.
Peekaboo. And I think on first look, people thought this was a Masters of the Universe Classics figure. And the Classics figure is actually in the middle. But if you take a look at the belt design and also the knees,
Mhm.
and there's actually no pin um, in the knees on this figure, this is
Yeah,
a Masterverse figure. So we could see
it it is.
some more Princess of Power figures at SDCC as well.
Yeah, totally. I mean, she's gonna look really cool, and unfortunately, she's had a little accident there under that staircase. But hope she made it out okay.
I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, it's Allison reminded me of this image when we were chatting on Discord
Yeah.
the other day. So yeah,
Thank
it'll
you,
be
Allison.
exciting to see more Princess of Power figures. Like they do them
Mhm.
really really well in the Masterverse line. We've seen what
Yep.
one figure from we have the Horde in
Yeah.
Origin, but She-Ra needs her compadres.
Oh, I know. She needs some of her rebellion friends to help with, battling the horde. I'm
Right.
hoping for a bow, but we still haven't got him, so
Oh,
it's okay.
it's
Mm.
okay to go along with your classics figure, right?
Yeah, I do have the classics bow thanks to the Baroness of Toys.
Oh,
she
so
she
nice.
she helped get that one in my collection.
Yes, and I think the last one on our prediction list before we move into our wish list. So I know that Masterverse does not do box art teases like MOTU Origins, but you rarely
Hmm.
see multiple figures on a Masterverse box these days. It's usually
Hmm.
just the figure in the box that's the
Yep.
main hero image and illustration.
Yep.
So if you remember Hordak's box, he had Leech and a little peak of Mantena in the background. That would be freaking cool.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really cool. Those are two really important horde characters we don't have in the line yet. And Masterverse has a long way to go to fill out their roster. So I think these two would be wonderful to add on to the line.
Oh, they totally would. And it looks like the Masterverse line with respect to She-Ra Princess of Power is going in kind of the filmation route. And so we could see
Hmm.
something like more of a filmation bent for these
Yeah,
particular Masterverse figures.
I totally agree. And Cora wants Bo and Seahawk, please. Cora, I agree with you. Let's get those in there.
Yeah, Revelations Goatman went. Yeah, it's funny because in the Revelation series, they had so many like characters, like Blade was in there, Pig Boy, Goatman.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, where
Yeah,
are those? Maybe we'll see those too. Who knows?
I don't know, but Clint, you make a very good observation there. Is Hordak getting up after using the outpost? Kind of looks like it.
He's sitting on his throne.
His throne.
Yes.
Yep.
Payne's toy samples. What is up, my friend? Man, the crew is really representing tonight. Mantena is a
Yeah,
huge
they
need
are.
for me. Yeah, I would love Mantena in Masterverse
Hmm.
style. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That's going to be incredible. To have with all the four legs and everything. It'll be awesome.
Yes, Blade. Yes, Cora Blade would be great to join with the movie figures. So they already have He-Man and
Hmm.
Skeletor. There's only a handful of movie figures, so it's like, why not just remake them all?
Yeah, totally.
Hmm.
I can see them, spreading them out through the line. They'll all come out eventually.
Ooh, Taco Revolution Hordak may be a reveal. Yeah, we don't know,
Hmm.
what role Hordak might play in Revolution, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah. I like the Hordak we got on the line so far, but getting a Revolution version of them would be neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Another variant to add
Yep.
to the accessory bin.
The mix. Exactly. Hmm.
All right, so that rounds up the predictions that we have, and we're going to move on to our SDCC 2023 wish list. And I think first
Mhm.
up is a really interesting concept that I would love to be either Mattel Creations or some other way they could do this would be a Too Bad 2-pack that can turn into a Too Bad 3-pack. And we all know the fate of Tubar and Vadra in the 2000X series, and would be a really cool like Comic-Con exclusive set if they did this.
Oh, that
And
would be awesome.
yeah.
I would love that. Yeah.
And thank you, Rob, for texting me this picture, because I had forgotten about this picture, and I think that'd be really, it's something that, it's kind of a deep cut how, these
Hmm.
two beings got fused together. And yeah, I think it would make
Yeah.
an um
Wouldn't it be
interesting
cool if
figure pack either for Masterverse or Origins.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be cool if this is a way that they can introduce Too Bad into the Origins line, where
Oh
you
yeah.
do get Too Bad, but then it's actually, it's not really a 3-pack, but it can essentially be three different figures, right? You
Yeah.
can get Too Bad and then Tubar and Badra. So that would be awesome as an exclusive set.
Yes, Thanos Copter agrees. He is hovering
Mhm.
above and giving the thumbs up.
That's awesome.
Yes, that would be yeah, Too Bad and Badra would be cool, and
Mhm.
yeah, it'd be neat to like some way just kind of fuse them together, and
Yeah.
like
I mean, thinking about it for Origins, this could absolutely work because the figures are already modular. The arms and heads would be easy enough to swap out, and I think I can see them easily making the legs a little bit more modular to do that portion of it, or just the bottom half of the waist or something like that.
yeah,
So.
yeah, that would definitely be easy. Danny, you guys think that the 12 Days of Fandom Mattel Creations shows something about MOTU? Yeah, they actually haven't
Mhm.
shown anything yet.
Not
They've
yet.
shown stuff from Jurassic Park, Minecraft,
Hot Wheels, Hot Wheels, Hot
Monster High.
Wheels. Monster High. I
Yeah,
know.
so
We know because
there's
we're
got to
covering it
be.
every morning, and every morning I'm disappointed.
Yeah, there's got to be something coming MOTU
Hmm.
related. So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're saving it for this. I mean, what? It's already halfway over, so it's got to
Today
be
was day
something.
6, right?
Yeah, or
Mhm.
I think it might be day 7 today. I'm kind of losing
Oh,
track.
okay. I think you might be right.
Like Groundhog Day every day with
I
with this
know. I
place of
lost
fandom.
count.
But
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Today was day 7.
they had a
Minecraft.
mega set last year for the 12 Days of Fandom, so they're going to
Hmm.
be definitely doing something MOTU
Something.
related. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
That's
And
awesome.
then if you follow our coverage of the trademark renewals on
Mhm.
Fermatel, Vicor was actually recently renewed, and so we know that he also showed up in the Revelation series. So we could see Vicor potentially coming down the line as to just kind of building out that lore from the Revelation series, and also giving a nod to his classic figure too.
Yeah. Yeah, the classic figure is really cool. I do have him. And he would look actually really great in a display with Vicron too, because it's kind of like, the figures that are the lineage of the
Hmm.
Masters line
Yeah.
in the beginning of the lore. So that would be really cool to add to the collection.
Oh, totally. Yeah, he kind of played like like a dorky character in the Revelation series, because like I think they were all like meant to look and behave like prehistoric people back in
Yeah. Yeah.
back in Eternia. So um yeah, definitely not the way that I'd imagined his character to be portrayed, but the figure looks
Yeah,
cool.
me neither. Yeah, the figure would be cool. Hopefully they give him a nice head sculpt, not make him look derpy.
Yeah, I don't know. The Revelation series seems to be pulling straight from these like powerhouse animation stills. So
Yeah.
trying to think. Actually,
Yeah.
he actually looks pretty good in the
Yeah.
rendering. So
He does. Like, obviously, Hero is one of my favorite characters, and then I was a little disappointed with the one that came out for the Masterverse line because his head looks a little derpy.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Right. And because he was from the Revelation cartoon, I think if they did a new Eternia version of him, he probably would have looked incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm still holding out for that.
You do that. All right. Next up on the trademark renewal list is Granomir. So Granomir's trademark was renewed about the same time as Vicor. So we saw a couple variants in the classics line, and I think this would be amazing to have in Origins, and maybe with the Filmation figures coming out, maybe this is a possibility.
Yeah, this would be really cool, and I'm sure he would be a huge figure on your shelf to display with the rest of your collection. And he'd be really cool, and it'd be neat to see what color they do him in, or if they do him in both colors, and just have an option on which to order. I don't know.
Yeah, they made that PowerCon variant, I think the green one, in 2016. So
yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't know how big he. I think he was like 16 to 18 inches tall or something like that. It's a big chunk of plastic there.
Oh yeah, a big boy. He's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, Allison says, "Oops, I think we had the same thought."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make him an exclusive and the regular one in another color. Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to milk as much as they can out of the line so they can continue the line. As much as we hate variants and repaints, it keeps the line going.
Yeah, and absolutely, if they're going to make a whole new sculpt for Granomir, especially a figure this big and it's all brand new parts, it doesn't go to anything else. They got to make them in every color in the rainbow if they can.
It's like my cat when he's in the litter box. That's awesome.
That's funny. He does look like a cat in a litter box.
Our crew is hilarious.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, they are. Now I'm going to see that every time I look at him, Allison.
I know. It's like, all right. They don't have this one, so.
He's like scratching himself.
Let's see. Giraffe. No. Grand Boomy? Skytree first. All right.
Yeah, Skytree would be really cool.
Yes. And I think Giraffe coined the phrase in our Discord, the fruity tree dude. So, and Skytree is just going to be the fruity tree.
Because he kind of looks like the one from the McDonald land.
Yeah.
set that I have, right?
Yes, and hopefully you'll find a new space for that so you don't keep stepping on it or running into it.
Oh my god, yeah, everything's dumped in the other room right now, and I'm gonna be rearranging everything, so we'll see where it goes. I don't have to step on it anymore.
Yes, and also recall about the same time that Fangor in MOTU Origins was released, and we actually got asked to take that picture down. There was another picture of Night Stalker that was also in amongst some of the background images there. So what I'm thinking with Night Stalker is they've probably made him already when they made Stridor. I don't know why they're holding it on, for so long, because Stridor's been out for what, a year already. But I was thinking with the release of Snake Mountain coming, we could see some of the parts and pieces go with Snake Mountain for Night Stalker, like they did with Stridor in Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that's exactly what they waited for, so then they can make that extra diorama piece for it. It makes total sense. And Snake Mountain's supposed to be shipping at the end of August.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's funny. I was looking something up in my Amazon orders, and I just kind of ran across, and it originally said the shipping date was, or the delivery date was October, and now it's pushed back to August. So that's next month.
August 30th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and so for any of you who ordered through Amazon, that's check your orders and see if your release date has moved. And also, I think Target showed August 28th. So if you were lucky enough to order from either Amazon or Target, you might be getting your Snake Mountain at the end of next month.
That's insane. Yeah. Another playset where we don't have room, but I'll figure it out.
You maybe got to take over a second bedroom like I'm doing in my house.
Well, my son is shoving off to college, so hey, he'll be like, Dad, what did you do to my room?
Well, my excuse, Michael? I said, I'm not going to make it a toy room. I only have a 3-bedroom house. It's just going to be for my studio space. So I have my desk, and I have a little bit of backdrop stuff. Yeah. So it's not taking up the whole space, but now it empties out floor space in my toy room. Do you see the genius of that?
That's genius.
Because now I have room for a playset table behind me.
Yes,
I won't
and
be
pop
doing my
factor.
streams from here anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be a different
I'll have a
different
different
background.
backdrop when I get that next room organized. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yes, and Pop Actor reminds us that Night Stalker is a repaint. Yeah, so yeah, I think he's got a different. He's got something different, but
Hmm.
shares a ton with Stridor.
Yeah, yeah, like his crest is different, and some of the molded circuitry on his casing.
Yes, and with the Filmation line coming out, so this was a
Mhm.
very interesting tease to see on the Snake Mountain box art.
Ah.
It is actually the collector from the Filmation series, and I found a 3D render of somebody. You could just like print this up in 3D. This was their
Yeah.
version of the collector, but that'd be awesome if they were kind of moving in that direction because we
Mhm.
could actually see a Filmation style attack track too, because the one
I
that they
know.
released for the vintage line looks very different
Mhm.
than the Filmation
Oh,
series.
totally. I would be happy with either attack track, but I do have a vintage one and it still works. So getting the Filmation style would be that much cooler because I think you can still find the vintage one. It's probably readily available on eBay and things like that. But the Filmation one's never been made, and it has such a big space in the back of it. You can use it
Mhm.
like a cargo carrier, sort of like the turtle van. You can take a bunch of figures in there.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damien, throw out your son for more toys. How clever, Michael. Yeah.
He's moving to college.
that was
Michael's
that
not
was
throwing
the
it
end
out.
game.
Yeah. It's like I've been waiting 18 years for this.
Totally. Yeah, and
You earned it,
Danny,
Michael.
yeah. Danny, totally agree. Yeah, the thing needs to be big because I think this 3D
Mhm.
render also holds a couple figures, so this would
Yep.
be a pretty substantial vehicle.
Vehicle. Yeah, absolutely. At least a two-seater minimum. Hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nice, Allison. Does it
Yeah.
still work? I have to ask you in the Discord if
Mhm.
the wheels turn. Mine runs. It's great. So much
Oh,
fun.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of another thing that runs on batteries, like the Dragon
Mhm.
Walker too, is something that they
Yeah.
could remake as
I
well.
have one of those also, and it still works as well.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not that hard to find vintage ones that are working. I've got
No,
all of those. They're all
actually,
packed away.
my good buddy Butch, he was visiting a collector shop and he texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want a working Dragon Walker for $20?" And I was like, "Sure,
Wow, that's
sign me
awesome.
up."
If you make room and you get your Eternia display eventually, you can have a Dragon Walker on one corner, little attack track somewhere else. I mean, that's like world building, and you
Hmm.
can mix vintage and origin stuff together to
Yeah,
make an incredible display.
totally.
So you don't have to wait for Mattel to re-release them.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be neat to see the collector, and
Mhm.
typically the stuff that is teased on these box arts comes out. So that
Yeah.
gives me a lot of hope that they're actually going to be building,
Mhm.
tooling this, and making it and releasing it sometime next year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be incredible. And the fact that Snake Mountain has a mix of, the vintage playset with nods to what it looked like in the Filmation cartoon too. You can see them trying to start folding in Filmation things into the line, which is
Hmm.
really cool. And so the
Yeah,
collector is an example of that.
that's totally cool.
Mhm.
Question from Damien: is there still a lot of land sharks in the stores where you are? They cleared those out a while ago, but yeah, they were pretty
Mhm.
much like the Rulers of the Sun 3-pack, right? Like there's like 20 of them
Yeah.
at my local Target.
Oh my God, I had one of my local Targets too that had like a whole like wall full of them. Oh my God. I was gonna show Hagen Ninium's comment. I don't want to mispronounce the last name there, but Dragon Walker has to be the least efficient vehicle ever. I totally agree. You feel like you're getting somewhere and then you start all over again.
That's hilarious.
Yep. It looks cool while it's going though. It just takes a long
Yeah,
time to get somewhere.
that's funny. Yeah, it's the most inefficient vehicle ever.
Yeah, totally.
Allison reminds us that the collector has also been in the He Skeletor mini comic recently. Yes. So yeah, the comics are actually interesting places to
Mhm.
look for teases as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
thank you, Allison.
absolutely. And I want to say a big hello to Brick Something that is out here in the chat. Brick, you're actually going to be joining us tomorrow for our Dragon. fly countdown. So Brick, Mega J, Toy Connections, and us, we're going to be doing a 4-way stream. And Brick something, can't wait to see you tomorrow night. But yeah, all it takes is a giant boulder to stop the Dragon Walker, because it's that easy to get that thing, because it's such an efficient ride.
I'm surprised that you were able to keep the Dragonfly and the Dragon Walker separate in one sentence and not mix them up. I would be like,
They don't call me the toy sorceress for nothing, Michael.
That's right. Exactly. Man, I actually just, so while you were telling that story, I was like, what's the Dragonfly at right now? It's like,
what is it? We're getting so close.
I know, 18,378. So
wow.
Yeah, so this could very well be a like celebratory simulcast versus a countdown and break through the 19 simulcast.
Well, Michael, a couple things is what did it. First of all, finally they announced what the last year was going to be. Before Glenda was funded, and Mattel did a brilliant move in including the European Union, the EU, into the Hasbro Pulse and HasLab project. So now we're getting an influx of European backers. So I think that's been a huge help with the campaign. And I'm so happy that they did that. Plus, they're opening it up to all these other collectors around the globe to be able to get this awesome project.
Oh, totally. I really want the like Night Force Crazy Legs variant, because that will scratch my itch from avoiding getting the vintage figure, which is so expensive.
I know. I could see you like buying them all over again. So this is gonna do the job for you.
Yeah. So
and
sorry
then
for that.
We can have the mold for regular Crazy Legs in the future in the main line.
Exactly. Sorry for the tangent. But anyway. Continuing with our wish list, so we could get big dinos, small dinos, all the dinos in the Powers of Grayskull if they actually are building out this line.
Yep, and they could easily make this because they are the experts at doing dinosaurs with all of the Jurassic Park dinos. They're not afraid of doing big dinosaurs, so I can see them easily doing this. And you got the big dino, you got Turbodactyl. I mean, this would be really cool. And could you imagine having Megator and Titus with them in display?
Oh, geez. Totally. But man, God, this dinosaur is huge, because if you look at the scale of how a regular MOTU figure fits in the belly, and there's one in the mouth, this thing is gargantuan.
It's like, it looks like it would be taller than Cat Slayer even.
Yeah.
Right?
He's huge. Standing up on his hind legs.
Legs. I know. And as of course, as you remember, he was Giganosaurus was teased on the Mossman package.
Yes.
So could be a possibility.
Yes, along with Turbodactyl as well.
Yep. Yeah, both of them were on there.
And the fruity trees, dude.
Yeah, our wish list don't just come out of the air. We have reason behind them.
Yeah, there's a method to
good educated guesses.
Yeah. Some are wishy, but yeah, some are educated.
Some are wishy, but we still use reason behind what we pick.
Yeah, you're grounded in something.
We're grounded in something, so a small semblance of reality.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, a lot of love for dinos. I didn't expect this. Thanos Copter wants dinos. Danny wants Shirella, which is not a dinosaur, but Powers of Grayskull. But yeah, a lot of love for. Oh, Brick something. Eternian dinos, please. Serve them up. You can have dino nuggets with your Eternian dinosaurs.
That would be so cool.
That'd be a good marketing campaign too, right?
Oh my God, could you imagine dino nuggets that are like, Powers of Grayskull dino nuggets now at Burger King or something like that? It'd be like a MOTU, Powers of Grayskull like Happy Meal or something like that, or McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, and actually you had an idea about this Origin Skeletor 4-pack, right? I think it's a little long overdue.
Oh yeah. So I mean, we were talking about that, and the weird thing is, in the beginning of the year, Mattel put out this press release like saying it's the year of Skeletor, it's going to be a celebration, blah blah blah. I haven't seen too much of it yet. So we were predicting, the 4-pack for Skeletor, just like they did last year, for He-Man, maybe at a more reasonable price because those never sold out,
Yeah.
and a single release of the 40th anniversary version of Skeletor that people were not able to get unless they bought the SDCC version last year. And we're in July already, and we have yet to see them. So but it's never too late. They can still come out.
Yes. Yeah. It'd be cool actually because that 4-pack was
Mhm.
released last year for SDCC. It'd be neat to have
Yeah,
the Skeletor version this year.
yeah, and we've already got the 2000X version. Um, they're talking about doing a Filmation version of Skeletor that knocks out two of them, and
Yep.
then we can get the New Adventures version of them because we did get the New Adventures He-Man, and they can then easily do the CGI because they did the
Yeah.
other one. So they've got a little bit of not really the tooling of it, but some of the tooling from the other figure. They can maybe reuse
Yes.
some parts.
Silver K is back reminding everyone to smack that like. It just takes a split second,
Smack.
but thank you, Silver K. Good to see you back on. I gotta highlight this one from Jace Traber, Burger King Randor. Like with your Burger King reference, right? So that'll be awesome.
That's why I used it, and I didn't say McDonald's first.
That's hilarious.
MOTU belongs to Burger King because King Randor is the Burger King.
Yes. Yeah, and it's funny. Allison says Mattel was all celebrate good times, and then they never threw the party. Yeah, there really wasn't a
I know.
lot with this celebration. They think they did an
Mhm.
Instagram campaign, and that was
They
pretty much
did.
it.
That was it, and we haven't seen anything since.
Yeah,
So, I mean, Skeletor has been popping up to announce stuff. That they were doing those little like posts with him pointing to things, but he wasn't announcing anything that had to do with Skeletor himself,
yeah,
except for that New Adventures, Skeletor that we're getting. So that's one, but that's not enough for a celebration.
right. I love Clint's practicality here. How is this dinosaur able to live with a big hole in the abdomen area? Yeah, and like a gun, right?
Yeah, he's part robot. That's
Yeah,
why.
that's awesome. And then you had an interesting idea for a 2-pack.
This would be a really cool SDCC exclusive or Mattel Creations exclusive, but having a Hero and Eldor 2-pack to launch the Powers of Grayskull line into the Origins line would be incredible. And that could be like a really nice package set. We
Yeah.
already have gotten, some 2-packs in the line already, so this one would absolutely make sense. And Mattel, if you do Hero, he's got to be vac metalized. They've already done a bunch of vac metalized He-Man figures, so please don't give us a plastic one like they did in Masterverse.
Right. Yeah, how amazing would that to be like to kick off if they actually went all in with the Powers of Grayskull? I mean,
I just don't see them not doing it.
yeah,
The fandom is not slowing down on this line, and it's the only natural progression for them to go. I mean, I know you've got more of the Horde and Princes of Power Pop to explore and expand to, but if you're doing Snake Man, you got to lead to Powers of Grayskull. So these guys
totally.
are a must.
Yeah, these are a must, and these next picks are a must too. And I'm guessing deluxe figures.
Yeah, absolutely. And we already saw them teased on the CamoCon card art, that Mattel Creations trifold fold out. They were prominently displayed in multiple sections of that artwork. So they've got to be coming soon. And they're the
Yeah,
next iteration of the He-Man Skeletor Deluxe figures that we haven't gotten yet.
yeah, yeah.
And
I would love
and
these.
yeah, they were actually on the sketch. Again, I've mentioned this so many times, but they were on the sketch for the artwork for the Eternia box.
Oh, that's
So
right.
we got to get them soon.
Oh, we totally do. Yeah, these
Yeah.
would be very cool. And Brick Something reminds us of something very interesting. I think the recent Vicron shows Mattel is willing to do some fun stuff through Mattel Creations. I love to see some sort of creativity for an Origins offering. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What will
Yeah.
that be?
And they've done that, I think like Frogmonger was a really fun figure in terms of being creative and different, because that was off a sticker from from the Castle Dungeon Great, for God's sakes, and they turned him in a full action figure that's never been made. So I think Mattel is perfectly capable of doing fun stuff with the Origins line.
Oh, totally. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you're coming out with a laser power He-Man, you have to have laser light Skeletor.
You absolutely have to. These would be so cool. And they've got to have their light up action features. I mean, they can just do a little cell battery in there. That would be
Oh yeah,
just
the batteries
fantastic.
are so tiny now.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
no-brainer.
that'd be like super easy to do. But I
Totally.
would love to have these. I've mentioned it many a time,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
it's so
keep
funny.
asking until we get them.
I know, right? um, Daniel Quay totally needs this. Oh, Pop Actor reminds us that laser power He-Man better have the vintage head.
Oh yeah, totally. That's what he better have. And it would be cool if they made some other figures from the Dungeon Great, like the Octopus, or show off some other characters from the Dungeon Dwellers at SDCC. Absolutely, guys. That would be awesome.
Yes, and Jace Traber says it looks like he has poop feet, and now I cannot unsee that. So thank you,
Oh my
Becky.
God, I know. I never thought about it that way before, but now I do. And the reason he was squat like that was because he had the battery pack behind him, and that wasn't able to balance him off.
Right. That's hilarious. And
I
this
know.
this next one relates to the Powers of Grayskull because he was actually a figure that was supposed to come out in '88 for the canceled Powers of Grayskull line, and it's
Mhm.
Plasmar. So if they're teasing Rio Blast, it's basically a mashup of Rio Blast, Fisto, and Squeeze.
Yeah, this would be a really cool character, and we have seen him teased as well. There's parts of him that are available, so I think he could definitely be an upcoming figure.
Yeah, I hope so. And that'd be actually cool to remake that Motu Classics 3-pack where it had Terror, Lord Grasp, and Plasmar in it. And like these will be the figures that are coming out, to kind of kick
Yeah,
off the Powers of Grayskull line.
yeah, totally. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Awesome. All right. And then we got, let's see, I think a couple more. We did reference Megator and Titus, so the Giants would be amazing.
Oh my God, I know. I would so love these, and we absolutely have to get them with rooted hair, not
Yeah.
plastic. I already have that. If I wanted that, I've got the classics version. So we got to go vintage style all the way.
Yes. Yeah, Allison reminds us that Plasmar is the only figure from the Lost Wave of '88 that hasn't been teased yet on the card art or released. So
Mm.
it's definitely a
Yeah,
wish.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Megator and Titus would be amazing. Yeah, with rooted hair. And it would actually be really cool to see them on display at Comic-Con, maybe with that really huge dino. Would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I
Be
mean,
hungry
that would
for it.
be awesome, and that would kind of complete an awesome like world building display that
Yes.
they need for SDCC. So again, they got to do something big to wow us because now we've got huge expectations after seeing Eternia last year, and I think these guys would totally fit the bill.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's dangerous for Mattel to have like such a big splash one year because then like you said everybody's going to expect it.
yeah, I know. They've kind of set their bar high now.
Yeah, they totally did. And I think the last one on our list is the Slime Pit with the Slime Pit He-Man. I think this is actually a really fun
Yes.
set. It'd be kind of cool to
Yeah,
see.
this was one of the ones on my wish list because I love translucent figures. I think it would be really cool and easy for them to do. That's an easy repaint of He-Man. I've got actually a glow in the dark turtle here in that same kind of green translucent plastic. So that would look really cool. And I think they've already reused the slime pit on multiple other, you know, releases of other kind of random toy lines. So and
Yeah.
slime's getting popular again. So
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Wasn't it? It was like
yeah.
Slime and Gak that were like really
Yes.
fun back in the day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but and just because I got the turtle in my hand, they are releasing like slime, like ooze, like little containers and stuff like that. So it's slime's making a return.
That's cool. I was gonna actually want to circle back to Megator for just some funny comments from Allison. Megator looks like my ex's mom before she put on her makeup in the morning. Pop actor says, "Is that She-Hulk?" It kind of looks like a female Hulk. So
yeah, yeah. Megator is a little bit feminine looking there.
yeah. but
Oh man.
wow, yeah. I
But yeah,
mean,
the slime pit would be really cool if it had like a pack-in slime pit He-Man with it.
yeah, like there's no need to release these separately. Just like make them together.
Yeah. Make it make it easy for us to get it. Because
Yeah.
all of the little the play sets, I'm gonna say play sets and the vehicles, they've all been very easy to get. So I wouldn't think otherwise of this. And then this would be a very sought after figure. Plus it would help them sell more play sets. So, it's a small enough set that they can throw in a figure with it.
Yes, and if Pop Actor was the CEO at
Mm-hmm.
Mattel, he would make the Fright Zone and Slime Pit an all-in-one playset, which is a fabulous idea.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean the Fright Zone is a small footprint playset too, so it wouldn't be too far off that you can combine these two.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
definitely could do that. That would be really
Yes.
awesome.
And we have a viewer from Brazil. Hello,
Mm.
Arthur. Said here in Brazil, nothing arrived since Wave 9. Only received a few units of Mechanet, King Hiss, and Thunder Punch He-Man. Now we have to bring it from the outside. Oh, I'm sorry. That's horrible. But
Yeah.
we actually we did a live stream with Canal dos Rosmaneros,
Mm-hmm.
who are in Brazil with a translator. So if you go to their channel, you can watch the fantastic live stream where they had a translator going back and forth between us. It was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun because we talked more about our passions for MOTU and what brought us all to the line, and
Yeah.
it's very interesting. So if any of you guys haven't watched it, be sure to check out their channel and watch the stream. Baroness of Toys, how's it going? Yeah, the Baroness actually made a really cool custom slide pit He-Man for her kid and gave it to him for his birthday a few years ago, along with the vintage slime pit set, and he loved it so much. Yeah, that's so cool, Baroness. You are so creative to do that. And, this is a really neat set, and it would be loved by fans everywhere. So another one that's well waiting for.
Yeah, Jace, yeah, Origins. So it's funny. He says Origins Wave 7 is where it stopped here. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
it is about the Origins line and the Masterverse line, but the Origins line, the distribution is horrible. It's like you can find,
Horrible.
I can find plenty of Masterverse figures, but not that
Mm-hmm.
many Origins figures.
My Origins figures are still like from mostly Wave 7. Maybe I see a little bit of Wave 8. No, Wave 8 got skipped. They went from 7 to like 9, and that's it. I haven't seen anything else in stores. So the distribution has been shoddy, spotty, and like basically non-existent in the store for Origins. And then Masterverse has been great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Masterverse is like I don't see any issue with finding Masterverse figures. It's always Origins, but man, Pop Actor in Canada, we're still in the wave of Clamp Champ and Ram Man. That was so long ago. Was it like wave what,
I know.
2 or 3 or 4? I don't know.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's been a long time, but even some of the like I haven't seen Dragon Blaster Skeletor in any of my stores. I really haven't seen. I think I saw Thunder Punch He-Man maybe once, maybe King Hiss once, like one figure, but like none of the deluxe figures. Pretty much after Clamp Champ and Ram Man have just really have not shown up in our stores either. So
No.
don't feel so bad, Pop After.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten them either.
Yes. Hello, Dwight. I'm so glad to see you still on.
Hello.
Oy, all right. That was a lot to go through.
It was.
But it was all fun.
It was fun. We are going to be on quite a bit next week. We know we're going to be on tomorrow night for the countdown of Operation Dragonfly. Again, a huge shout out to Mega J Retro, Brick Something, and Toy Connections. We're going to be doing a 4-way simulcast with Toy Habits, all partying it up and counting down the end of the campaign. And if some cool news hits, you never know. You may see us pop on sporadically next week. We 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 have a hint of stuff coming, but we can't tell you when. So we will be broadcasting when that happens. But besides that, we will be covering SDCC as best as we possibly could, even though we can't be there. And if you guys are going to San Diego Comic Con, please, if you take some cool pictures, send them to us. Send it
Yeah,
to our
please.
Instagram. You can DM us directly at either Toy Habits website or the Toy Sorceress on Instagram, or email it to us at Toy Habits website at gmail.com, or the Toy Sorceress, or just, sorry, Toy Sorceress at gmail.com. Send it to either. We'd be ever so grateful because we unfortunately can't attend, but we're going to try and cover this as best as we possibly could.
Yes. And thank you, Allison, because now I can't get that song out of my head.
Me
Okay.
neither.
It is the final countdown.
I know my husband like loves the Rocky movies. So.
So 18,403. I mean, it could break through. I'm sure it's gonna
Tonight.
break through before our stream, but it'll be a
Oh, I'm
celebratory.
positive of it. At this point, it's been going really fast today. Maybe by tomorrow morning, it might already hit it at this point.
Yeah, and that also, like, if it's gonna hit it, I'm like, do I need another one? You know,
I know.
it's like first world problems, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it has been an awesome stream. We can't wait to see you guys again. So I don't know if we've gotten a time nailed down for tomorrow night. I think we were thinking about 8:30, but just check our thumbnail. We'll all be posting it and letting you know what time the stream will start.
Yeah.
And besides that, looking forward to seeing you guys this week for Comic-Con coverage.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. We had a great time on the show, just hanging out with you all. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you'll see more of us during the month of July, which is really hot for toy releases and toy news. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
just fun to talk about this stuff with everybody.
I know.
And yeah, I think Mega J is setting up all of the plumbing
Mhm.
so the simulcast works. So it'll be the first time
Exactly.
that we'll be participating in something like this. So it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
how it goes.
Yeah, I know. There's going to be 5 of us on the screen, so that's going to be very, very fun.
Yes.
Right.
All right, y'all. So hopefully we will see you all, G.I. Joe Classified series and MOTU fans alike,
Yeah.
in the stream simulcast tomorrow. And we will see everybody when we see you, probably before, well, yeah, of course, probably before our next stream, which is going to be tomorrow.
Exactly. Tomorrow. And we're thinking it's going to be 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, 11:30 Eastern Time, so it's half an hour before the end of the Dragonfly, so we don't have to sit around waiting too long and on pins and needles before the end of the countdown.
All right. Well, hopefully we see
Yeah.
all of everybody who was on tonight, tomorrow,
Mhm.
and have a great rest of your night, everybody. See ya.